Good afternoon and welcome to 90 Minutes Live. The bright sunshine has brought us to Hartingford Park. Very good afternoon to you, and there's nothing like the FA Cup, is there? Real bit of excitement in the air, albeit we're still at the preliminary round stage. But even at the preliminary round stage, 184 teams have already been eliminated from this year's competition at the previous stage. And here we've got Hertford Town and Maldon and Tiptree. Maldon and Tiptree know all about this competition, of course. They reached the second round proper last season, knocking out Leyton Orient in the first round and only going down but a single goal to Newport County. It's a new season at the park, Hartingford Park, back with its old name and back with some young old faces in the Hertford lineup, which I will give you in just a couple of moments' time. Morgan and Tiptree, well, it's been a bit of upheaval for their manager, Wayne Brown, who meets one of his former teammates, of course, in the Hertford boss, Ben Hurd. The two of them were together in their time at Watford. Very good afternoon from you. If you're listening in Essex, we know we've got good coverage on Twitter from the club. And also, before I say it, also a very good afternoon to Dion, if he's listening down there in Hunstanton. And you've got the best of both worlds. You've got the beach, the football and the sunshine. So we've just kicked off here. Hertford kicking off from right to left in their familiar blue shirts with the white sleeves. Morgan and Tiptree in bright orange, which befits the sunshine here, which has fallen on Hartingford Park. As far as the Hertford lineup is concerned, a couple of new faces, but a few returning as well. They've got Luke Mewett in goal. Ben Hurd will be in the right fullback position. Harvey Gardner and Chris Goslin in the centre of defence. And Josh Bryant will be playing at left back. In midfield, Isaac Pedro is alongside Luke Garmer. And also the newly signed Brandy McIntendy, who makes his Hertford debut this afternoon. Two wide players, Gersalwick Jagdev on the right and David Ogbonna on the left, with Kit Brown given the responsibility of the number 9 shirt. And while we're talking Kit Brown, many congratulations to him, because during the break away from football, he qualified as a teacher, as Mewett comes out and kicks the ball straight against the on-rushing Shamari Barnwell, and almost an early chance for the visitors. They're lining up with 5 of their new summer signings. Ben McNamara is back in goal. They've then got Ramar Garrett Douglas, Makunshi Kaney, Sam Coombs, Craig Noel McLeod, Martin Stokes, Aaron William Bushell, Reece Simpson, Shamari Barnwell, Hamari Cade and Scott Kemp is the lineup for Maldon and Tiptree, our visitors. They've got themselves a free kick, which is rolled to the right-hand side to Reece Simpson. Simpson plays the ball back into his own half for McLeod, and now going down that left-hand side is the left full-back where he was, Kane, but a good bit of defending by Jagdev as Hertford, though, give the ball away. Luke Guymer's given it away, and on that far side, the cross will come over. Mewett goes up and goes well to collect the ball away from Barnwell. So Hertford on this near side with David Agbonna. Give it to Hertford substitutes in a minute. Perhaps a little bit of a surprise for Hertford supporters. And amongst those substitutes is Ben Wayman. Hertford got a full complement on the bench this afternoon. Nathan Fumer, Cole Butler, Dane Batt, Ben Wayman, Lewis Adrian, Quan Hebbard and Jack Gilbert are on the bench for Hertford. As Kit Brown on that far side brings in his manager Ben Hurd down the line, looking for Jagdev, who does well, shrug off his defender, plays it inside for Kit Brown. Kit tries the shot and straight into the goalkeeper's chest. Just a few changes in the Hertford lineup we're noting, thanks to Simon for that. And of course, you want to keep in contact with everything that's going on elsewhere, then why not listen to me and look at Twitter at the same time. Simon will be doing the usual excellent job of updating you on what our East Hart sides are doing in the FA Cup. We're away at Canvey Island, Welwyn Garden City at home to Saffron Walden Town, and Sawbridgeworth taking on St Margaret's Bury. Ball's gone out for a goal kick to Hertford. Luke Mewett is the new goalkeeper. Interesting character. He was in Barnett's U team. He's a Hertford boy. Went to Huddersfield, was signed by them. They took him out on loan to Hyde United last season in the Northern Premier, who liked him very much. And he's now back with his hometown side. And he's obviously seen what Nick Hayes did last season, who's now in the Football League, of course, with Salford City. Ben Hurd wins the ball. Good determination by the boss. Plays it on this near side. Bryant can't keep it in, though. And Maldon Tiptree will get a throw in midway inside the Hertford half. Got to have a winner this afternoon. No replays in the cup. So this one will go to penalties if it's still level after 90 minutes. As Geimer gets himself involved, gives the ball away to Barnwell, who puts the ball fairly hopefully into the area, and it's cleared away by Ben Hurd. Kep Brown goes up, beaten by Stokes. Long ball over onto that far side from Makundi. Brings in Jagdev's lively in the early exchanges. Gives the ball away on that occasion, though. Maldon and Tiptree will come back, or they would have done. Harvey Gardner read that well, and Jagdev's got it back midway inside his own half. Makundi shows good fleet of foot. Brings Jagdev back into the play. Diminutive number 7 is brought down from behind by his fellow number 7, Aaron William Bushell. And our referee this afternoon, Luke Donaldson, his assistants Joshua Howard and Chris Dodd. And the referee perfectly placed to give the free kick to Hertford Town. Season of upheaval here it was, of course, last year. But Ben Hurd's young side settled towards the end of the season that was, and they've got a chance coming in here as Ogbonna comes in, but Maldon and Tiptree don't get it clear. It's Luke Geimer. Can he get it across? He does. Couldn't get anything on it. Ogbonna's got a chance inside the area, but Maldon and Tiptree sort that one out, and here's Barnwell, who shrugs Chris Gosling aside, and Maldon and Tiptree have got options in the box here. Barnwell coming forward, put us onto his right boot. He was greedy there, because had he have picked out one of the two in the box, Hertford could have been in real trouble. So Shamari Barnwell certainly showing his strength, but I think he could have picked a better pass there. On the halfway line is McLeod. McLeod's ball onto that far side for Quain. Quain trying to put the ball across, bounces off half a player who's Ben Hurd, and it's Bryan who hoofs it clear to the halfway line. Kip Brown does well. Kip Brown does very well. Finds Geimer. Geimer's ball inside for Ogbonna, inside the box! Oh, just over the top from David Ogbonna. First chance of the afternoon comes in the 6th minute. Super work by Kip Brown, who was being bundled all over the place by McLeod. Still managed to release Geimer, and Ogbonna coming in from the left-hand side and put his shot just over the top of the crossbar. It's all going to be about quick feet. They're not the biggest in terms of a forward line. The 4 of them up there, Jagdev, Geimer, Ogbonna and Kip Brown. But certainly if you put the ball to their feet, they're going to cause problems. And they did on that occasion. Isaac Pedro goes up. Hertford will get it back. Another good, clean pair of feet by the new man, Mukanendi. Pedro goes in, can't get it though. Isaac will leave the ball. Gardner goes in with a good challenge. All a bit scrappy. There's the dangerous Barnwell. Chris Gosling there doing the marking job. Barnwell turns it inside. Good chance. The ball goes across the box and cleared out by Ben Hurd. Jagdev comes in. That was an important challenge on the edge of the area. Bodies flying about, and in the end it's Maldon and Tiptree who get themselves a free kick. Bush Hill Rangers taking on Welling Garden City under-21. Scored a goal after 2 minutes in that one. That's being played at Wadson Park. Welling Garden City got their first win in the Hart Senior County League in midweek, of course, when they beat Sandridge Rovers. Good 1-0 win for them, that was. Hertford got defending to do here, and Luke Mewett's got to line his wall up. He's got Bryant, Pedro and Jagdev in it. Looks like Barnwell's going to fancy a shot from here. Mewett's happy that his 3-man wall is where he wants it. Chris Gosling just comes to the left of that wall as Barnwell's going to try the shot, but he goes straight into the wall. side-footed, lazy delivery, not much power to it at all. But back will come Maldon Tiptree. Ball threaded by Simpson on that far side, and is he going to run out of play? Well, he isn't going to run out of play. Scott Kemp's kept it in play, and Ben Hurd did a good job of policing his man, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Roydon have scored a second goal in the Essex Olympian League Division 5, our adopted team there, going good guns, 1-3-2. First day of the season last week. And they were very much in line for promotion when things were curtailed in March, and started off where they left off. As Isaac Pedro skies the ball towards the halfway line, Kit Brown can't keep it in, and Maldon and Tiptree will get a throw-in. They haven't had the best of close seasons, Maldon and Tiptree. They only won one game, home against Colchester under 23s, been beaten by Hastings, Brightlingsea, Bowes and Pitsea, East Thurrock and Barking pre-season. So, but always difficult when you've got so many new players. As O'Connor finds Guymer. Guymer goes down under challenge from Sam Coombs. And Hertford will have themselves a free kick. And already, in the opening 10 minutes, Hertford have shown that their young players with quick feet can cause Maldon and Tiptree problems. Far side, he won't mind me saying, it's one of the older members of the team, Ben Hurd, but free kick was taken too quickly by Makuendi. Makuendi's going to leave it to Ben to take the free kick. Josh Bryant's come up on the left-hand side here. As Ben chips it into the area. Oh, goes over Kit Brown's head, gets a touch from a defender, and Hertford have got a corner. So corner to be taken on this near side by Josh Bryant. Good crowd in the house this afternoon, brought in by the FA Cup at Hardingford Berry Park. Bryant puts the right arm up in the air. Don't quite know what that's going to suggest, but we'll find out in a second. Corner comes in near post and fairly easily cleared in the end, but at the expense of a throw-in. Bryant will take it again for Guymer, last season's Players' Player of the Year. Guymer loses out. Gosling gets it midway inside the Maldon and Tiptree half, though. Gosling goes round one, goes round two. Can't find Guymer. Maldon and Tiptree in the way, but Ben Hurd's back in possession on the halfway line. Volleyed ball on that far side, looking for the run of Jagdev, but overcooked it just a little bit. And the visitors will have a throw-in on that far side. Two teams have met in the FA Cup before, at this stage indeed, 10 years ago. Maldon and Tiptree winning that one by 4-2. A lot of water has flown under a lot of bridges since then, though. And Maldon, who were 14 points clear at the top of Isthmian League Division 1 North when the season was curtailed, should feel they should be playing level 3 football, of course, but they're not. Got to do it all again, and if they want to repeat last season's cup run, they've got to do it all again here against Hertford. Gets you holy grail, of course, for teams at this level is place in the first round proper. Get you around about £22,000 if you do that this season. The prize money's been drastically reduced by the FA. We'll get our feelings on that one, of course. But Ben Hurd taking the free kick for Hertford, 10 yards inside the Maldon and Tiptree half. Plays it short to Guymer. Guymer's under challenge immediately, but is brought down by Stokes. And in fact, it was Coombs. And long free kick taken quickly. Josh Bryant on this near side. Bryant finds Bonner. Bonner's been bundled down by Reece Simpson, and certainly looked like a push in the back on David O'Connor, but referee not interested, and the ball goes behind harmlessly enough for a goal kick to the visitors. Had 13 minutes here. If you just joined us, and Mewett is way out of his box here, and he could be in trouble as the ball's gone back. Oh, it's hit the post, and it's cleared by Harvey Gardner. Well, Luke Mewett has got the goal post and Harvey Gardner to thank for getting him after an enormous fix there. He'd come out of his goal, he'd miscued it, and in the end it was Hamza Cade who hit the ball. It looked to be rolling into the back of the net, hit the post, And Harvey Gardner's cleared it behind for a corner. Led off for Hertford. Corner to be taken on this near side. So we've had chances at either end. Corner comes across, it's a good one. It's round the far post. Chris Gosling does well to get a challenge, and in the end it was Kemp who couldn't get his head to it as it spins away for a goal kick from the goal away to our right hand side. So lively beginning here. If you just joined us, welcome along. We're here with you at Hertford Park, 90 minutes live. Our venue for this particular Saturday. You find us here in association with East Herts Radio and Universal Signs, following local football wherever we can. Long kick forward by Mewett, looking for Jagdev, but he's beaten to it. And Maldon Tiptree looking to come the other way. Foul by Ben Hurd on Bushell on that far side. But I think Ben's going to get a word from the referee, despite the protestations from Wayne Brown and the bench over there. Robbie Buchanan has scored for Welwyn Garden City, across from Johnny Sexton, who leads Saffron Walden Town 1-0. Robbie Buchanan, who signed in the week, having played pre-season, former Stopfold player, and one, as we heard last week, that Nicky Ironton values highly, and he scored his first competitive goal for the Citizens, so they lead by 1-0. As we joked with Nicky and George Ironton on 90 Minutes on East Herts Radio last Monday, haven't been beyond this stage in the competition for 5 years, so at least they've made good start this time around. Bryant's ball is measured, looking for O'Connor down the left hand side. O'Connor turns inside, goalkeeper's come out, and in the end it was McLeod who hoofs it clear for a corner. O'Connor again proving a problem down this left hand side. Was appertaining to the fact a little bit earlier that Ben Wayman's on the bench, but the way O'Connor started this one, you can see why. So, corner to be taken by Luke Geimer on this near side of the field. Nobody in the box for Hertford. They're all making the late run. Here they come. Oh, flood into the penalty area. It goes over all of them, and the referee had noted an infringement in the box, but certainly that's something that Ben Hurd's been working on. When Geimer was about to take that corner, 4 players were in the mid part of the Maldon Tiptree half before they made the late run to the box. So, interesting tactic from the Hertford boss. Ball threaded forward by Sam Coombs on that far side, but goes out for a throw-in. And there is the Hertford boss, Ben Hurd, having to climb over the fence and retrieve the ball for a throw-in for his side. 16 minutes gone. The post has denied Maldon Tiptree at one end. David O'Connor has had Hertford's best chance at the other, as Geimer tries to turn away from Simpson, who's just too powerful for him. Harvey Gardner, though, finds Bryant on this near side. Bryant looks for O'Connor. O'Connor fancies chances again in having a run, but this time it's the right back Garrett Douglas who does well and puts the ball back to his goalkeeper. Ball midway inside the Maldon Tiptree half on that far side. Finds Kane coming forward. Kane still coming forward. Ben Hurd backpedaling, chips the ball, but in the end can't get anything on it. It goes harmlessly enough behind for a goal kick. Hertford's tenure in the competition last year, of course, only lasted till this round. Beaten 2-1 by Wynn Albion. But it was very much in the early days for Ben Hurd when he was trying to put this team together. They are a much different proposition towards the end of last season, and the way they've started this one, they're going to be a much different proposition here. Here goes Geimer. Oh, couldn't thread in Kit Brown. If he had, then there would have been a real opportunity. Simpson tries to send Maldon going the other way. Mewett's on the edge of his area again. He's certainly not shy in coming forward. It's Hertford's new goalkeeper, Agbonna. But the ball threaded forward by Makuendi is a poor one, and Maldon Tiptree get it forward to the hulk of a figure. That is Shamari Barnwell. Good challenge by O'Connor. O'Connor's done well there. Surely he's being held by Simpson. The referee doesn't give it. Makuendi brings in Isaac Pedro, and he'll find Chris Gosling. Liking this new midfield duo of Isaac Pedro, you know how hard he works, and Brandy Makuendi. He's looking the part out there, the number 6, very strong. He's the new player, former Soham Town Rangers player. As Coombs tries to thread out on this near side. O'Bonner's in the way. Can only head it towards Simpson inside the centre circle. And it's hoofed forward to the edge of the Hertford area. Linesman's flag up on the right-hand side. So 18 minutes gone here. Not a lot in this one. It's Maldon Tiptree. That glory season last year. It's got to be said that, to be fair to them, it was a marvellous run in the FA Cup last season, but it was very much out of character because they'd struggled in the competition generally before that. They're not struggling here, though. Garrett Douglas coming down the right-hand side. Oh, falls over the ball. And in the end, Chris Gosling had the easiest job of finding a Bonner on the halfway line. Won't want the video of that one back. Kit Brown controls it with the cerise-coloured boots. Brown still going. Felt he was fouled, but referee not interested. He had the number 5, Craig Noel McLeod, all over him. But another one of Maldon Tiptree's new signings. Noel McLeod. He's a Grenada international. Got 6 caps in international football. It's on this near side, the visitors, the Jammers as they're called. The jar of that goes down very nicely as well, so I'm sure anyone that's partaked would agree with. But we of course hope, nothing personal, that the Jammers find themselves in a jam this afternoon against Hertford Town. Bryant waiting to take the throw. He's not getting much movement about it. He's about 10 yards into his own half. Guymer then does find him. Guymer to Kit Brown. Oh, tries to find Jagdev on the far side, but Ben Hurd did well to read that. Finds Jagdev again. Jagdev turns inside his man. Does well. He's lively as Jagdev goes down under challenge, and in the end, it's Maldon Tiptree who end up with a free kick. Isaac Pedro makes sure they don't take it quickly. And the team all in orange will take the free kick from midway inside their own half, left-hand side of the field. It's going to be Sam Coombs who picks it up. Long ball down the left-hand touchline fairly aimlessly. Nobody in the way of that. It's going to be a throw-in for Hertford, which Ben Hurd will take. Had the pleasure of talking to Ben a couple of weeks ago on 90 Minutes, which you can catch every Monday night. New time for us, 7 o'clock on a Monday. We'll be talking women's football this week with John Wood from the Hearts Vipers. Always nice to talk to John. He's got some real insights into the game, so do tune in for that. Were you listening to us or at eastheartsradio.co.uk? Long ball forward on this near side, but goes over the top of the Hertford penalty area, is retrieved by O'Bonner. O'Bonner gets it back from Bryant. Don't think he quite wanted it there, but Bryant will find Pedro, and Pedro's ball on this side for Luke Guymer. Guymer's brought down. Referee plays advantage as Kit Brown's found O'Bonner on this near side. Can O'Bonner keep it in? No, he can't. But the referee could have brought that back, possibly. Hertford didn't get a great deal of advantage out of that. Back inside the penalty area, Stokes' ball had his goalkeeper in trouble. Bryant's done well to challenge, but Chris Gosling does equally well. Bryant finds O'Bonner on the halfway line. He finds Makuendi, who shows good strength in putting the ball back all the way to his goalkeeper. Makuendi has the kind of look of Kieran Kearbuck-Benny, who was here last season. That sort of strong, tall midfield player. Certainly something that they lacked at the beginning of last season when Kearbuck-Benny came in. He changed the way things were a little bit. And then, of course, the likes of Alfie Q arrived, who's moved up the pyramid. We wish him good luck in his new career in the Isthmian League Premier. But ball forward for Barnwell. Barnwell for Simpson, who just chips it to the edge of the area. Ben Hurd was alert to that. Coombs' ball on this near side is a good one and brings in Garrett Douglas. O'Bonner is there doing the defending. O'Donnell brings him down. That would have been better off at Hoe Lane when Hertford Rugby Club get going in London Premier Division 1, man. But Referee not interested in producing anything like a card. So our other teams who are just joining us in the FA Cup, Wellington City are a goal up. Robbie Buchanan has scored at the Isabel Hospice against Saffron Walden Town. Tricky game that against the team, albeit from a division below, as Barnwell goes up and can't head the ball anywhere near goal, and he stayed down as a big number 9, slow getting to his feet. Mewitt's in possession for Hertford Town. Mewitt bowls the ball out on this near side for Bryant. Down the line for Ogbonna. Canvey Island have gone one up against Ware. Own goal is what football web pages are telling us. Well, it's going to be a difficult one for Paul Hall's team, and they find themselves one down. As on that far side, Hertford could be in trouble there, but Bushell can't keep it in, can he? Or if he does, it's at the expense of a throw-in on that far side. Ware went into that game with problems in central defence with Dan Rumans injured, and Jordan Westcott making his full debut. Tom Bruno left on the bench along with Albert Adu, but plenty of time to go, but Ware trailing by a goal to nil. As far side, Ben Hurd is himself involved. Jagdev comes back. Ben's kind of manages to put it towards the edge of the area where Isaac Pedro will then find Harvey Gardner, and Hertford work themselves out of a tight corner well up towards Kit Brown, who's beaten in the air. They'll get it back though. Guyman can't collect it, and scrappy passage of play on that far side of the field. Cayenne coming forward, puts it for Stokes on the edge of the area, and Kemp on the edge of the area rather, and his miss kick gives Hertford possession again. The impressive Makuendi finds Isaac Pedro. Pedro for Ben Hurd on that far side. Ben chips it forward to Luke Guymer, chests it down to the halfway line where Isaac Pedro has it. Pedro threads it out on this near side for Ogbonna. Ogbonna moves in field, he's got a bit of space. Ogbonna going towards the edge of the area. Ogbonna's still in possession. Didn't quite know what to do with it. Finds Pedro in the end and has to go back to the halfway line for Harvey Gardner. Harvey Gardner gets it back off Makuendi. Gardner again. Forward for Kit Brown, who offers himself. Brown finds Makuendi. Makuendi's ball is a good one on the far side. Brings in Jagdev. Jagdev goes round his man. He's inside the area. Pulls it across the box. No one at home. But Guymer's going to make life difficult on this near side for Garrett Douglas. But he does well in the end to come forward as Bryant gets a boot on the ball that was aiming for Barnwell. And Pedro's been brought down by Hamza Kate. And Hertford will have themselves a free kick midway inside their own half. 26 minutes gone, first half. Welcome along, you've just joined us to 90 Minutes Live. You've missed Maldon Tiptree in the post. When Hertford got themselves into trouble, they didn't need to. And David Ogbonna in one just over the top of the crossbar. They've been the closest either side have come to breaking the deadlock here. As Jagdev picks it up for Hertford on the halfway line. Ben Hurd threads it forward for Guymer. Guymer finds Jagdev again. Guymer going down that right-hand side. Got players with him, though, and in the end, Maldon and Tiptree win with just outnumbering the diminutive number 10. Good tackle going in by Chris Goslin. Really wanted to win that one. Plays it on his left for Bryant. Bryant down the line for David Ogbonna. Ogbonna fancies chances every time he gets the ball. There's only one base to go for David Ogbonna, and that's forward. Here's Ben Hurd coming forward midway inside the Maldon and Tiptree half. Finds Jagdev on that far side. Jagdev also fancying a run in the edge of the area. Gets to the edge of the area. Ogbonna's got it. It's bouncing about in there. Guymer goes down. There's a half-hearted shout for a penalty, but referee who wasn't best placed, he would have seen it through a sea of legs, but don't really think there was a great deal in it. But Maldon and Tiptree can't get the ball clear. McLeod thumps it against Jagdev, and the Jammers have themselves a throw-in down by their own corner flag, as the linesman's putting his flag out as if we're in for a substitution here, and we are. So it's going to be the number 8 Reece Simpson who has gone off, and the number 14 who is Bradley McClelligan who has come on. So can only imagine that's an injury because Wayne Brown only came here with 4 substitutes, and he's been forced to use one of them. So Bradley McClenaghan has come on wearing the number 14 to slot into that central midfield berth. So early problem for the visitors as far as injuries are concerned. They're hemmed in at the moment, and that touchline as Gardner wins the ball away from Barnwell, and it goes out for a throw-in to Maldon Tiptree. It's the left full-back who will take it. Kane down the line for Barnwell, but Gosling reacts well, and is a player who shows maturity beyond his years, in the words of his manager, Chris Gosling. Slotted in nicely to form a good central defensive partnership with Harvey Gardner. Maldon and Tiptree have got a throw-in far side of the field. Caid there with Jagdev, who's bustling all over him like an angry wasp. But in the end, Maldon and Tiptree sorted out. Come down the touchline. Barnwell's gone down, and the referee will give a free kick. Challenge that came in was from Isaac Pedro, who protests his innocence and he got the ball, but referee not interested. So a chance for a bit more aerial power to come forward through Craig Noel McLeod, making his way into the box along with Martin Stokes. With Big Barnwell in there as well. Hertford not the tallest. They've got Makuendi in there doing a bit of defending. Let's see what happens from this free kick. Goes towards the near post, and Mewett collects it quite happily inside his 6-yard box. Bowls it out very quickly, looking to send Bonner on his bike, but that's been well read by Coombs, who comes back in the opposite direction. Coombs into the area. It's controlled by Caid, but Harvey Gardner does the right thing in thumping it clear to Geimer. Geimer brings it down. He's across the halfway line. It's Luke Geimer. Has to turn backwards under challenge from Coombs. Bryant from Fine Makuendi. Makuendi's long ball on the far side. Once again, searches out Jagdev. He's had an impressive start to his Hertford career. As Makuendi has Kit Brown on the far side. Gets the ball back for his manager. Here's Ben Hurd on the edge of the area. I thought Ben might have thought about a shot there. Here's Jagdev in the area. Jagdev, good footwork, pulls it across, ball goes up, in comes Agbonna. It's going to bounce on the edge of the area, is it? But no, the referee has blown his whistle for an infringement in the box. Maldon and Tiptree looked a bit disorganised there, with that one going up in the air. And again, it was the quick feet along the ground. Kit Brown sending Ben Hurd down that right-hand side. Morgan and Tiptree on this near side of the field, as Makuendi will collect it on the halfway line for Hertford. Goes a little bit further down the line where Chris Gosling is. Goalkeeper Mewett once again has come outside his box. Mewett, long clearance downfield. Brown wasn't there, so McLeod's got a free header, but his free header goes straight back to Chris Gosling. Gosling for Luke Geimer. Geimer for Bryant. Geimer down the line again. Geimer rolls it forward to the halfway line where he finds Ben Hurd in central midfield position as Gardner pushes the ball all the way back to Mewett. On this near side, Bryant goes up, can't win the ball. Ben Hurd's playing left back at the moment. Isaac Pedro with Caid. Pedro's hassling him, but Caid lays the ball off. Ball off to Bushell. Shot comes in on the far side from Kemp, and Mewett's down smartly to save just inside his 6-yard box. Dare I say it, and that may be because the manager found himself at left back when the attack occurred down the right-hand side, but Ben's back in his right-hand position now. I wonder if Mark Sinfield will have a bit of a go at him on the bench for that, as ball forward is met by Chris Gosling. Another determined display by him so far. On the halfway line is Agbonna. Agbonna back again for Gosling. Gosling turns and puts the ball back to Mewett. Has to hurry a little bit before side-footing it down to the left-hand side and watching it go out of play for a throw-in to Maldon and Tiptree. 12 minutes to go before the break here at Hardingford Berry Park. 90 minutes live here with East Hearts Radio and Universal Signs. Want to know what's going on elsewhere or want to keep up with us on Twitter? Don't forget to follow the 90 Minutes Twitter. And Simon's doing the usual sterling job alongside me. Any goals early in the FA Cup we can tell you about. We're 1 down at Canvey Island, and Wellington City 1 up against Saffron Walden Town through a Robbie Buchanan goal. Here it's 0-0 as Kay picks the ball up, chips the ball forward. Is Barnwell onside here? Gardner's got to make the challenge and does. Well read by Harvey Gardner. Puts it out for a throw in, which Rama Gareth Douglas is going to be the man who's going to take it on this near side of the field for the visitors. He's another former Barnet youth player. Got a few of them out there this afternoon. It's McClenaghan, the substitute. His first real touch almost gave the ball away, and in the end it goes out for a throw-in to Hertford. McClenaghan had to come on for the injured Reece Simpson. First change of the afternoon for Wayne Brown. Thrown down the line, and Guymer will pounce on it and neatly finds Bryant. Guymer's back heel is a good one. Kit Brown's on the halfway line. Brown making progress forward, but McClenaghan gets a foot in and diverts the ball away from the Hertford man. Coombs on that far side of the field, sending Kemp running. Kemp can't keep it in, can he? Well, Hertford players thought it was out. Referee's assistant says it wasn't. Cross comes over. Here's a real chance, but they delayed it. Didn't know what to do with it in the end. Bushell there. He had a real good chance. He's got another opportunity. Put it on the left boot. Blocked by Ben Hurd. And in the end, it all comes to nothing. Well, the ball came across. There were two attackers there. Bushell was one of them. And he almost looked like he was surprised that the ball had come that far. And in the end, the chance went begging away. So, had their opportunities of the visitors, but so have Hertford. It's been fairly evenly matched stuff between these two teams in this opening period. As I was saying earlier, don't forget, got to have a winner this afternoon. So if we are level after 90 minutes, then we're going to go to penalties. A few teams actually took the precaution of practicing penalties in some of their pre-season friendlies. So be interesting to see if either of these two have been practicing penalties in the eventuality of the game being level after 90 minutes. Ben Hurd will take the throw-in for Hertford on the far side of the field. It's Makuendi going in with the challenge with McClenaghan. And then in the end, the ball just goes out for a throw-in. Kit Brown can't control it. Ball hoofed forward. And first one out the ground on that far side. So it's going to be a throw-in to Hertford. Which went again, another ball actually. Ben Hurd pointing something out to the Hertford bench there. But, Ben's going to take the throw-in, which is going to be on the halfway line. Waiting for some movement. Fairly warm out there, 23, 24 perhaps. Not quite what we were expecting a week ago. It's cooking up to 30 by Tuesday. But nice afternoon and brilliant sunshine for the crowd that have come out. I'm sure the stable end will be in voice in the second half, as they always are. But at the moment, it's Maldon Tiptree, and Stokes had a hurry. Long ball forward. Chris Gosling did well to read that. He missed it, and Hertford could have been in trouble, but they've still got Kemp coming down this right-hand side. Tries to tee up the cross, and over the top and away for a goal kick. 8 minutes to go before the break at Hardingford Berry Park. We're in the preliminary round of the FA Cup. Stands up Hertford Town 0, Maldon and Tiptree 0. First game that Maldon and Tiptree ever played in the FA Cup after they changed their name. 2010 was the one against Hertford, which they won by 4 goals to 2. That was when Maldon Town got taken over by Tiptree United. New club were formed. Kit Brown goes up in the air, beaten to it by Stokes. Gosling does very well, and so does Ogbonna to block the ball, but Coombs has got it back for the visitors. Kane coming inside Jagdev. That's a second go, but in the end looking to put Barnwell in left-hand side of the box, but Mewett had read that. And the goalkeeper, long kick forward, where Jagdev's got space down that right-hand side. If he can keep the ball in, he does do. Jagdev there on the run. Jagdev still going. Put it behind the defender though, and it goes out harmlessly enough for a goal kick. So we've had chance at either end. It's been entertaining stuff so far for the crowd here. Long kick forward lands on that far side at the feet of Barnwell. Hertford though with Ben Hurd puts it all the way back to Mewett. The goalkeeper who's part of that one moment looked pretty solid. At one moment when he came out, got himself lost, and Maldon Tiptree almost took the lead when Caid's shot came off the base of the post with Harvey Gardner gratefully clearing it away for a corner. Ben Hurd takes the throw to Isaac Pedro. Ben, he likes those volleyed passes. There's Ben, has produced another one here, but he forces Bryant to backpedal. Josh Bryant, who's again at his Hertford debut, has looked solid, the young left fullback. And good as Jagdev goes up, he's impressed, but so is the man wearing number 6, McEndy, who I think has had an excellent half. And looks like he's going to be a very good signing for Ben Hurd's team. He's gone down there and thinking that the referee could have given the free kick, but Brandy McEndy is looking the part. As Hurd takes the throw in, Guymer loses his footing but still manages to find Jagdev. Jagdev, who's been given his fullback Kane a real handful on that side. Kane manages to win the ball. Welwyn Garden City have gone 2-0 up, I see now, against Saffron Walden Town. So good news coming from the Isabel Hospice Stadium. We'll give you the goal scorer as soon as we get it. Robbie Buchanan got the first one. His first on his competitive debut for the Citizens. Hertford have got themselves a free kick far side, which Ben Hurd will fly over to this near side for Josh Bryant. Bryant for Agbonna. Agbonna once again causing problems. Agbonna fires in the shot, and in the end it was straight into the goalkeeper's arms, but he's showing fleet of foot. He's David Agbonna, another former Barnet youth player, talking about that. And of course Hertford have got Ben Wayman on the bench, and later on in this one could prove very useful as McEndy goes up, and McClanagan knew about that challenge. Don't run into Brandy McEndy, I think, is the answer to that. But wasn't a foul, he just ran into him as Bonner does well, puts the ball out on this near side of the field. It's going to be a throw in to Maldon Tiptree. Carl Menser has scored on his return to the Isabel Hospice. Big Carl has put Welwyn Garden City 2 up against Saffron Walden Town. Absolutely brilliant finish from St Margaret's-Bury. So St Margaret's-Bury have taken the lead against Sawbridgeworth. Bit of a surprise the way Sawbridgeworth have been going. St Margaret's-Bury in the lead at Crofters against Sawbridgeworth Town. So we've had goals in our other 3 FA Cup ties, but no goals so far in this one. As Agbonna finds Bryant further down the touchline, but it all comes to nothing. Goslin is there, being hassled and pushed by Barnwell, who comes up with a ball. Barnwell finds Caid. They could have an overlap here with Bushell on this left-hand side, but what's he doing with that? And in the end, it just bounced off his boot and goes out for a throw-in. It's Reuben Reid who has scored the goal for St Margaret's-Bury, but I see Sawbridgeworth have just equalised, so all action at Crossbars. No betting on whether Kieran Amos got it, and we'll find out. Reid, the first goal scorer for St Margaret's-Bury. 1-1 there, 0-0 here, but here goes Agbonna trying to make something of it, but in the end it's Connor Clark who's got the equaliser for Sawbridgeworth. One of the 2 Clark brothers in the lineup, of course, his brother Cav, who's what's known as a goalkeeper. He joined as a goalkeeper, of course, from Hashtag United, but has been turned into a midfield player, and a very useful one. He's already opened his account in the Essex Senior League this season. excellent first day win at Southend Manor. As McNamara will take the free kick from the edge of the area as we edge towards the break here at Hardingford Berry Park. 0-0. Makuendi manages to get the ball away from Barnwell. It rather came off his shoulder. That's one of the law changes this year, of course. Comes off top of your shoulder. It's not handball anymore. It's got to come from armpit or lower. Most like the rules in my other favourite sport, baseball, of course. We call a strike. As on this near side, Bryant does well. Puts the ball forward. Jagdev reacts. That was handball, but he was brought down in the process there by Coombs. And it's going to be a free kick to Hertford. But, Jagdev was flown up in the air a little bit by Coombs, and the referee's going to have a word, and I think he's going to book him here. So I think it's going to be Sam Coombs who is going to go in the book. So first booking of the season for Maldon Tiptree comes in the last minute of the half to Sam Coombs. So free kick to be taken by Ben Hurd. Can Hertford do something here to change Wayne Brown's half-time team talk? Chip forward, looking for Bryant, who come up on this near side. Guymer goes up and does well to beat McGlelligan to it. There's probably about 6 inches between the two of them in height, but it didn't bother Luke Guymer, who got up well there. But, it's going to be a throw-in to Hertford on this near side. Josh Bryant will take it. Toby Byron's another one who's moved on, of course, who made that number 3 shirt his own when he moved here. So Josh Bryant with some more than capable replacement so far. Well, the applause behind will tell you it's been an entertaining half in the FA Cup preliminary round here at Hardingford Berry Park. Chances at either end, David Obama having the best one for Hertford, and Hamza Qaid hitting the post for Morgan and Tiptree after Luke Mewett had got himself in trouble in the Hertford goal. No goals at half-time. Grab yourself a cuppa and I'll bring you full second half coverage from Hardingford Berry Park in about 15 minutes' time. For now, though, leave you with a half-time score of Hertford down 0, Maldon Tiptree 0.